years and years of wisdom accumulated in one individual that you get to see firsthand. But it has never been a situation where he sits down and tells me, these are the 3 things you should follow in life. Never happened in my 8 years of knowing him. If you spend enough time with someone, and if you spend that time observing them and observing how they do things and why they do certain things, there's a lot to learn in that proximity. That can be a good thing and a bad thing. Unfortunately, with him, it's an excellent thing because it's years and years of wisdom accumulated in one individual that you get to see firsthand. So I always try to keep my eyes and ears open as to what decisions are being taken, why are they being taken, and if I don't understand, just asking what his thought process was behind it. But it has never been a situation where he sits down and tells me, these are the 3 things you should follow in life. Never happened in my 8 years of knowing him. Never happened that I have sat down with him and he's given me knowledge in the form of knowledge. It's by observation. And on the personal front, he has been a staunch supporter of my ventures. I really appreciate that. He's been a great friend, great sounding board, and all of those relationships only continue to grow, I guess.
Meet Shantanu Naidu, known to be a close aide and special friend to business tycoon Ratan Tata. And when you have a mentor like Ratan Tata, one would wonder what the biggest learning would be.
Businesses that are profitable can also take care of communities. Usually we have this misconception that a profit-making business is mutually exclusive from creating communities. And the Tata's 150-year legacy is evidence of that, where Jamshedji Tata started with the cotton mills and the steel plants as profitable businesses. But in that, he created communities, welfare for employees, welfare for the towns that he was building, all of those. So the Tata Group stands as an excellent example of how business profit and how taking care of communities and employees is not mutually exclusive. That is my biggest learning.
While Ratan Tata has been one of the biggest inspirations to Shantanu, he wants to keep it to inspiration and not idolization.
As much as he is the inspiration to millions, including myself, I don't think inspiration is drawn from a single individual as you go through life, because then that inspiration turns to idolization, which is a very dangerous and thin line. So inspiration is acknowledging and finding the sources, usually people who can teach you things and you can learn from them. But then you absorb that, you learn that, and then you go to the next stage of your journey. Idolization, however, is looking up to the person to an extent where you try to become them and nothing else, which is quite dangerous because we don't need more Bill Gates and Sundar Pichais. We need first-hand stories of new people who, of course, draw inspiration from these idols, but who go on their own journey, which is bound to be more interesting. Yes, Mr. Tata continues to be an inspiration in the way he has a vision for the good and well-being of the country. And I think most of what I owe to him in social entrepreneurship, where I want the entrepreneurship activity that I have to be connected to some social good, not charitably, but through business models, I think it comes largely from him. That desire comes because I am in his proximity, I would say.
Once an inquisitive young engineer, Shantanu is now an entrepreneur with multiple startups, keeping the mission of giving back at its heart. Besides drawing inspiration from Mr. Ratan Tata, what else has been his source of learning?
Mistakes have been the biggest teachers, and you just have to make some. And no matter how much I tell people based on my mistakes that don't do this, this will happen, the only way they will learn is by making them themselves. Mistakes have been great examples, and people have been great examples. I mean, we only try and look up to people who have made it in life for learnings and for personal growth, but I think every single person around you, for example, I learn daily from my co-founders. Do you know about my co-founders? No, but they are excellent personalities, rich with wisdom that I partake in every day. So finding learnings in every person around you is something that needs a little bit of perception change, but it's amazing how much you can learn from that. For example, you're sitting across me. If I spend enough time with you, there are going to be a couple of things that I will remember that you're good at that I'm probably not, and that I can leverage. So getting out of the habit of only idolizing the top people who've made it in the spotlight, and sort of trying to utilize all the resources that you have around you in the form of friends, colleagues, seniors, juniors, is a great way to learn and grow. And I try to do that every day. And fortunately for me, because of Good Fellows, I'm constantly surrounded by young people. And it's a great source of energy and great source of learning.
A popular saying goes, you are who you surround yourself with. While Mr. Tata's proximity to Shantanu has helped Shantanu find a direction where he can work for a greater cause, Shantanu's steps are now paving the way for others to follow. Perhaps this is what great mentors and teachers do. More than imparting knowledge, they inspire change.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.